Maker Monday, and today we're going to be making something really fun. We're going to be learning how to make sandals. And you can actually make even shoes if you really want to, but we're just going to be making sandals because they're nice and easy. You can make them for your American Girl doll, or you can also make them for any of your other stuffed animals or action figures, anything. These are really easy to make and they're really fun, and you just need 4 things. You need a pair of scissors, a pen or a pencil. Pencil's kind of nice if you want to be able to erase lines. Some tape. Usually I use like packaging tape, or duct tape is really fun because you can get it in so many cool colors. And then a piece of cardboard for the bottom of your sandal. So let's go ahead and we're going to make some shoes. And in this case, we're going to make some shoes for this doll. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take and we're going to put her feet on the cardboard. And I'm only going to do 1 foot at a time. If you use a pencil, you don't have to worry about getting any ink on your doll's foot. Everything will wash off really easy, and you can erase the lines. I'm using a pen just because it gives me a darker line, but you guys might want to use a pencil. And you just draw around the outline of your doll's toes. So you just outline the doll's toes, and you should be all set. And it'll look something like this. So what I do is I'm not even going to measure her other foot. I'm just going to cut this out. So the really thin cardboard works just nice because it's really easy to cut. If you want to use thicker cardboard, you guys can. And the nice thing about measuring it this way is that you know that this is going to not only fit your doll, but it doesn't matter what kind of doll or what size doll you have, this will always fit. So I have my little cutout foot, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over so the side that I didn't draw on is facing down, and then I'm going to trace that right onto my cardboard. And that will give me the exact same size slipper, but going the other direction. That way, it's perfect fit for her other foot. Unless your doll has 2 different size feet, then you're going to have to measure both feet. So then I'm just going to follow along that line and cut it out. And you can see I don't use very much of this cardboard. I don't need a really big piece of cardboard. And I've made 2 sets of slippers out of this, or sandals. So, boop, like that. So now, you can tell my little feet, I have my big toes pointing in, so I know I've got 2 different feet on there. Now what I'm going to do is I need to make the strap that goes around the sandal. So if I can borrow your little shoe. You can see this little strap that you usually have on your sandal. I want to make that, but I don't want it to stick to my doll. I don't want her foot to get taped up or anything. So I'm going to make a really wide piece, big piece of tape, so it'll have plenty of room to go over her foot and more. And then I'm going to cut a piece of tape that's just a little bit smaller. Not very much smaller, just a tiny bit smaller. And I'm going to stick them together. So the sticky sides are together. And it's okay, even if they end up lapping over perfectly, that's fine. It doesn't matter. The important part is that you make sure that none of that sticky is going to stick on your doll, because you want her feet, or if you have a stuffed animal's feet especially, because some of them are fuzzy, you don't want them getting stuck in the sandal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim off a little piece of this as wide as I want my band to be on my sandal. And I have 2 sandals, so I'm going to make 2 of those. All right, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick, using some tape, one side on the back here, on the bottom of my sandal, so that I can make my strap. So I'm going to get some more tape and put that on. There, I've taped it on really good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to test out how big I need my strap by putting my shoe on my doll. So I'm going to put my shoe on here, strap it around their foot. And I need it to stick right about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out where I want, how tight I want that sandal piece to be, and then I'm going to stick another piece of tape on it and tape that down. Now, I might have some extra strap over here. I can actually cut that off with my scissors. Now, my tape is kind of see-through. If I had a piece of like duct tape, I could even put one solid piece of duct tape on the bottom so it would just look like a nice pattern. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Mine is kind of see-through, so it won't matter too much. And then I can just slip her one shoe on. So I know her one shoe fits perfectly. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to tape my strap down with a piece of tape. That on really good. And then I'm going to measure her other foot. Make sure it goes all the way around. And it's where I want it. And then I put my other piece of tape on. And then I can just cut off this extra little piece of strap. It's always better to have more strap and cut off the extra than to not have enough. Sometimes when you're doing it, you might get a piece of tape that kind of comes over. You can trim that off with your scissors too. And then you're done. So then you have two perfect little sandals for your doll or for your stuffed animal, like I made for my little crow's feet. And you can make your own slippers, and if you want, even make shoes by closing in the rest of it. So I hope you guys have a fun time and make some great sandals for your good friends, stuffed or dolls. And we hope to see you next time. Have a good one, guys.